Hi, I'm Suresh Venkat, and this is FaceTime with a veteran of the Indian IT industry, Arvind Thakur, CEO of NIIT Technologies. Mr. Thakur, welcome to the show. Let me ask you the first question. Tech adoption among Indian corporates, large, medium, and small, is still woefully low, and it's the year 2014. Why?
Well, it was picking up, I think, quite significantly over the years, but I think we've seen a little slowdown in the last year. I would attribute it really to the slowdown in the economy.
Okay. But the conventional logic should tell us that when the economy is slowing down, they would invest more in technology, not in less to squeeze out more business efficiencies.
And that's right. I would agree with you there as well. There are two main segments in the domestic market. One is the government and the other are the corporates. I have a feeling that the corporates perhaps have not slowed down, but we've seen cutbacks and slowing down in government spending.
Okay.
So that could have probably contributed to the slowdown in the domestic market.
Let's talk about the mid and small size companies. Now, historically, their adoption of technology has been very poor in good times and in bad. Why are mid and small companies so? Are they scared of technology? They seem to be scared of obsolescence, seem to be scared of upfront investments. What is the matter with that sector in India?
I think the issue is more around education. Also, the investments perceived in technology are high, but what I sense is that with the emerging technologies like the cloud, that perception would get addressed, because that really changes the capex into opex, and that would really drive technology adoption in the country.
And what does SMAC mean for the small and mid company, the social, mobile, analytics and cloud combination? What does it mean for them? Does it mean that they can operate their business without any upfront investment, or will they still have to invest in training and adoption?
Well, collectively these are what are termed as digital technologies, and they have relevance from two perspectives. One is for providing a better experience to their customers. The other is to empower their own employees. To my mind, out of all this, mobile and cloud are the two things which perhaps will have faster adoption as compared to social media and analytics. So it has great relevance. I think there is a need to educate that particular segment on the benefits of this technology, and it'll pick up.
How is big data going to impact the small business?
Well, big data would primarily impact large businesses, okay, because the very fact
that they're large, they have large volumes of data and
they have large
big
volumes
decisions.
of data. But as far as small businesses are concerned, I think all of them are wanting to better understand their consumer behavior, and that is where I won't say big data, but analytics is really what's going to support data.
You spoke about a slowdown in government spending a little while ago. It seems we have an election around the corner. It seems we'll have a new government, and it's likely that government spending will pick up. What does this mean for the Indian IT industry?
Well, the government is the largest spender as far as any segment is concerned for the technology industry. And I think they already have large outlays to spend. To my mind, the slowdown is only short term, probably as a result of the deficit that we are seeing both in the current account or as a fiscal deficit, and the need to get the balance of payments right. That's the reason why there's cutback on spending in this particular area. But I think things are coming under control. Inflation is also coming under control. There will be a move to open up the economy.
Ramp up the spending?
Yeah.
I've been to a Passport Seva Kendra in Bangalore. It's a glorious example of the government and a private player, TCS, partnering to create a customer service. Will we see more customer-facing government services partnering, an RTO for instance, or the way we book gas or the way we buy other government services? Do you see partnerships in that area, specifically where there are consumer-facing arms of the government?
I think it's already happening. RTO is another example. Licensing is another example. So government public-private partnership is definitely a great vehicle.
What are the areas you think that you're going to see this in the next 4 or 5 years?
I think the areas where the business model is right. Obviously, if you want private investment, they're looking for returns.
Okay.
So things like just information kiosks and those kind of activities are not likely to lend itself to this kind of partnership. But any place where there are revenue generating opportunities and government needs investments, those are the areas where these partnerships would be extremely useful.
Okay, so passports being one of the key
Yes, that
flagship projects.
That's definitely
of
a
this.
key.
Tell us about NIIT. What is your engagement with the government in India right now?
We are engaged in a few segments, predominantly with Homeland Security. So we do very large programs with the Homeland Security. For example, right now we are rolling out the crime and criminal network tracking system, which is automating all the police stations. This is a nationwide program where we are doing 4 states and some of the largest states in the country. We worked with paramilitary organizations like the Border Security Force. We did a huge program for them, connecting all their forward areas, building applications, training 20,000 people to use technology. We did the same thing with
this
CRPF.
is just the tip of the iceberg from what you're
That's
saying.
right.
This is just the tip of the
So
iceberg.
yeah, they're huge programs. These are all 200 to 500 crore programs which we are involved in.
What is it like leading NIIT through the VUCA environment? Are we in a VUCA environment first? Let me ask you that.
I've heard this term. If you can just expand what
Volatility, uncertainty,
okay,
complexity,
that's right.
ambiguity.
Okay.
Since you don't know the term, I'm assuming that you don't operate in that environment.
No, it's very much there. I think the environment is turbulent, and certainly been turbulent for a long time. And the way we've been dealing
And
with
not turbulent in a good way, not turbulent because the technology has disrupted the environment, turbulent because of uncertainty in policy,
Yes.
uncertainty in...
Yes. I think, when the environment is turbulent, then the past cannot predict the future.
Okay.
All right? So you
That's
cannot...
always been true of the IT industry though.
Yeah.
The past is never the future.
The past is never the future. So therefore, whenever you're looking at turbulence, you're looking at creating your own future. And in a turbulent environment, you're always looking for discontinuities. And then, capturing opportunities, that those discontinuities present.
Okay.
So that's the way we've been addressing it as well. We've chosen areas where we have seen discontinuities and focus our attention on that and done well during this
But
period.
you're hopeful in the next couple of years things will get better for the economy and for the IT industry.
Well, if you're talking about the domestic economy, I think the biggest challenge is exactly this: consistency in policy.
Okay.
If you ask me, amongst all the factors, including corruption, what is the biggest issue that we are facing as far as the economy? And
most CEOs I talked to tell me this. They said, we don't even mind unfair rules as long as you keep one rule for 5 years.
I agree with them completely.
Fair or unfair, one rule.
Completely agree with that.
Don't keep changing the rules.
Exactly, because then you don't know how to invest, how to plan. So it's very important to have consistency in policy.
All right. My final question to you, Mr. Thakur. Delhi saw the surprising rise of the Aam Aadmi Party suddenly, who beat all political predictions and went on to form the government there. And they use technology, mobile outreach, Facebook and social media as a significant tool in their approach to reaching out to their voter base. What can the IT industry learn from the success of this brand new entrant? Are there lessons to be learned from there?
Well, not just from the Aam Aadmi Party. If you ask me, Aam Aadmi Party's success has come about not so much as from technology.
As from new philosophy?
As from the new philosophy. And I think while the Aam Aadmi Party itself is, let me say, relatively inexperienced in governance, and they'll make mistakes, what they've brought to the whole political system is a way which now others are emulating. And I think that is the difference that they have made. They have used social tools, but I see that being used by the BJP as well. I see it being used by the Congress as well.
India's fastest growing startup by an IITian, the Aam Aadmi Party. Do you think they'll be able to sustain?
Like I said, they are making a few mistakes. I guess they should learn quickly from their mistakes. There's nothing like, the best learning comes from your mistakes. So if they learn quickly, I'm sure they'll succeed.
But you are optimistic for the future of Indian politics?
I hope so, because they brought in a breath of fresh air, and we'd like to see them succeed. But then, they have to demonstrate experience in being able to deal with the complex problems that they are.
Well, they're working in a VUCA environment as well, with political uncertainty added to the mix.
Well, as far as politics is concerned, it's always been turbulent, right?
There's never been a calm time in
There's
politics.
never been a calm time.
All right, Arvind Thakur of NIIT, thank you for talking to us.
My pleasure.